Double decadence today in Beyond Blue Brazil as we take on Airdrie, not once, but twice. We have them in the league and we also have them in the cup. Let's not hang about, shall we? As we go Beyond Blue Brazil. Welcome in. If you haven't hit that subscribe button and you're still with the series, or if you're new to the series, go back, watch the earlier episodes, and do hit that subscribe button. And a like on the video would be appreciated if you enjoy it. Since last time, last time wasn't great, obviously. Our first losses, and you might have been able to tell I was quite frustrated giving away one of those goals at the very least. We are no longer atop the league. I mean, we were down to 5th. We've actually recovered slightly. We're 3rd in the table. Airdrie are top, sadly, which is another reason why we bring to you today our games against Airdrie. Queen's Park, sandwiched by Airdrie and ourselves. Edinburgh City, 1 point behind us, which shows, I think you'll find, the difference between League 2 and League 1 is minimal. Minimal. Like, the quality. Edinburgh City, I don't think have gone mental with transfers. We brought in a fair few players, nothing too crazy. I'll do a quick run through if anybody is new. We did bring in Grant Gillespie, who I may have touched on before. Just a good option as box-to-box midfielder. I'm starting to think some of our midfielders maybe not of the right level. He comes in, decent enough player, consistent, enjoys big matches. Been performing well so far. 1 goal, 2 assists in 12. It does paint another picture, sadly. Simple fact is some of our League 2 players are just not cutting the mustard here. Ryan Blair and possibly Fraser Mullen not delivering. Fraser Mullen gets off with because he's amazing. Still has 3 assists and 1 goal in about 11 appearances, but his injuries knocked him for 6 and he's not the player he once was, sadly, and that is a big concern right now at the age of 29. Not getting that many starts, although he did play our last game. Our last game was against Edinburgh City in the league. It was a 1-1 draw. Rob Harker scoring in the 90th minute to draw us level. Very disappointing. We went behind just before half time. So, since the Edinburgh City Cove Rangers double defeats, we actually put Morton out of the Tonics Trophy 3rd round on penalties. We then beat East Fife 3-0, which was good in the Fife Derby. We got 3-3 draw versus Dunfermline. Very disappointing because we were in control of that game at several points, which is disappointing. Queen's Park beat us 3-2. Again, really hard to explain how we're hanging about the top end of the table, to be honest. We beat Clyde, Montrose and Alloa, rattled off some good victories. Again, then drew with Edinburgh City. So it's a good season. I don't think we are good enough to go up. Now, maybe we can hang about the playoffs. That would be very good for our first season League 1, but I think we lack just a little bit of quality. If we have a look at the team detailed information though, one thing that stood out really interesting, we win 75% of our headers. I think a big part of that is our centre backs. It's a solid thing given that how prevalent crossing is in this match engine right now. Average possession, we're 2nd. I think that's pretty decent as well, given that we've just come up into this league. Airdrie, the only team above us. They really like to dominate the ball, so that's maybe something we've got to watch out for in these next 2 games. They've got the best home form and away form in the league. They're on a tear, to say the least. I got mixed up. It's actually the cup game first. The Tonics, or SPFL Trust Trophy. I think it's the quarter-final first. So we take on Airdrie here. At least I guess that gives us a better chance in the league, which we could really do with keeping some pressure up on the teams above us. So lineup for this cup game: Adam Disboys in goal, McHattie on the left, Jeff King on the right, Semple and McDonald. We're going to give a bit of a rest to O'Connor. Gillespie and Hutton as the defensive midfield duo. McShane and Murray Miller, the Australian midfielder, centre midfield attack, as our midfield options. And we're going to go Harker and McRae. Luke Mahadi has really not stepped up to League 1 level. Kind of was hoping he would carry us, but that has not been the case. Again, it may just be with the players we've been able to bring in, the leap has been pretty intensive. We probably were not favourites to go last year. I think we played very well. Maybe it's just catching up with us just a little bit. And frankly, that's okay. We're not in this to just hit spacebar and write down our wins. You know, we need to make sure that we're building a good squad and sticking with the principles of the Brazilian box. If I had one position I think we're maybe lacking in, it probably is the deep line forward. I'd like him to be more of a creative force. Now, McRae's played a couple of good balls through, but if we could get a top quality deep line forward, it would really make this team look different, I think, than the rest of the league. But again, you could say that anyone at this level, League One, any real quality does tend to stand out. Halftime, we didn't see a single highlight. Classic. We've started to see this more. I feel like maybe last season we were so dominant in League Two, we saw plenty of goals, or even when we played in the Cup, it was goals either end, and now we're hitting this streak of some quite dull games. Gonna take on Craig Watson. Easton thankfully puts that one wide. Parker and McRae not playing well either. Gillespie a bit run down. Maybe Gillespie comes off for the player that isn't there on the bench. Fantastic. Never mind then. We've given up that throw in way too easily, in my opinion. Gallagher marching through, just no. It's horrible. McHattie just implodes. Why would he do that there? Tracks his man, makes it real easy, trips him up. Easton puts it bottom corner, and now we're up against it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go attacking. We're going to raise the tempo, be more creative. We're going to pass in space. We're going to hit the counter. And we are going to have to get up in their face as we go behind. Not a good position to be in at all. I'm going to take on Tommy Caffrey, and I know that seems crazy. We're just looking for something different. We're also going to take off Murray Miller, Fron Campbell Notley. Oh, no. If we go out and all we've seen from this game is a penalty to them, I'll be pretty disappointed in how we've played overall. Exchange back to McHattie. Oh, it's a terrible touch, and he just walks straight into the opposition player, just gives up the ball. Curry, Fordyce, Quitongo. These are the kind of competitions we need to go as far as possible in, because any sort of money is going to benefit the team. We go 2-0 down, and I think that's going to be it. We looked lifeless in this one. Oh, that's really disappointing. Again, we're coming off the back of a good run. Sure, we've lost more games this season than we did last season. That was going to happen. But the nature of some of these performances, we just don't look like a team that can keep the good form going. Last year, I really didn't think we had a couple of games where we looked like we weren't really up for it, but it feels like our team are pretty happy to be above mid-table right now with some of the performances they're putting in. It's disappointing. It's really disappointing. It's hard to deal with when that happens, when a team feels like they've maybe not so much down tools. I mean, hell, we're not even in January, but when they're kind of sitting pretty, they take their eye off the prize. That would be a chance to go to another semi-final. We go out to Airdrie 2-0, not where we want to be. Right, so changes from the last game are going to need to be made here. Right, so my thinking is, for this next match only, we're going to go into it positive. We are going to press more often. What was the advice they gave us? Press with higher intensity, reduce defend duties. That was if they wanted us to go attacking. So we're going to stick with... we're going to go positive, yeah. And we're going to press a bit more. Now, I'm keeping Semple in, and that is simply because I know he needs a rest. We need our best players on the field. Gillespie is, I think, needing a rest, to be honest. I'm going to give it to him. I think Leishman's still injured, which is killing me. We're gonna set his nickname. I believe someone put the nickname Dog's Leash, but given he's Scottish, I'm gonna edit that slightly. We're gonna call him Dougleash. Finally, he gets a name of his own. Oh boy, I would count it as a good episode if we were to lose in the cup, but then beat them in the league. Absolutely, they're top of the league, so a loss to them is just as good as a win would be to us right now. So to get both on the same day, lovely. Mullen, he's on the field for one reason only, and the keeper tips that one over, and Mullen makes his way over. He's literally here for the dead ball situations. Whips this one in. Looked like Semple was going to get there, but he didn't manage to turn it goalwards. They've cleared that out of touch. Clearly, we've rattled them. Positive start just by Mullen again. Oh, just over the bar. Why is he going far corner? Go near corner. Like the far corner of the goal there, he whips it. So much swing on it. He should have gone closer, I think. Would have made more sense, maybe just from where he was positioned. Oh dear, Quitongo ripping up that side. It's passed in behind for Easton. Do not make it easy for them. Good tackle there by Semple. Coming across and making the block. It is poor in Easton. Gonna lift this one in. Hutton, good header away. McRae now can pick that one up and start darting forward. Does so. Frizzell with the tackle. Our throw-in. Tempted. I think I might go more direct and pass in space. I just feel like if we can get the ball in behind in a foot race with this sort of whatever, Luke Mahadi can eat up some ground. Mullen dinks that one over. No one runs, and the rain stopped. I actually want to go less direct now. What was that for a free kick? Oh, in what world does O'Connor head the ball out to the wing there where there's nobody there? We win the header, but at what cost? We've just given the ball straight back to them. Semple, great work there by him. Luke Mahadi to McHattie. McRae, Mahadi, McRae. Using that deep line forward. Mullen now. Ball over the top. Mahadi, this is what we wanted earlier. Oh, it's a beautiful finish. Luke Mahadi, he puts us 1-0 up over the league leaders. It's a huge goal for us. And after having just lost to them, we take the lead here at home in the league. I think that's the preferable thing. If we are going to win one of these games, I'd want it to be the one in the league. But I'm saying that now anyway. King now. Into McShane. Hutton. Back to King. Whips this. McHattie's there. It's beautiful. I don't know how I've gone. It's good. But I have. NFL tonight, you know. McShane pops it in to Hutton, who puts it to King, has one idea on his mind, and at the back stick, McHattie nods that one down. I set up specifically the wing back attack to be on the far side of those set pieces for something like that, and it actually works really well because that is the position that gives us our width. So rather than drag a striker out there, well, that's unfortunate. That really kills my momentum. Right, 2-1 going in at half time. If we can hold on, but that is disappointing. It's a ball over the top, and unfortunately, the wide man I was just giving props for his set piece discipline doesn't cover Walker very well. We do get to half time with the narrow lead now. I'm going to say I'm happy. I want to keep it up, but I think what we'll do is we will go cautious. And that's it. I think we'll go cautious. Tongo. I wonder if I should drop the wing backs to support, but they're playing well. And they need to give us that width. Oh, but McHattie is getting nowhere close to the wide man. Oh no, look at this. Oh, it's disgusting. They get so lucky there. Massive deflection, keeps it going towards our Airdrie player. And now we find ourselves 2-2 and all the momentum is with Airdrie. It's quite sickening. It's another cross. Heads it towards goal. There's the defender and the goalie can't do anything there. It just happens to land straight at their player. Classic. I'm going to go back to positive. We're going to encourage the team, and we are going to go direct again. Think about what change I can make. I'm taking off McShane. I'm going to throw on Mikta, I guess. Keta, whatever his name is. 10 minutes left, and I feel like we need to maybe hit those early crosses. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put counter on, and what we're going to do is we're going to hit those early crosses. I'm going to move the wing back roles to support. Not something we normally do, but I feel like we're maybe just being a little over aggressive. I need to take Semple off, but O'Connor's the one who's not playing well. Right. We're going to have to make the choice. We're going to take off. We don't have a left back. If I take... undo that. I think the right call is to make sure he doesn't get injured, so we take him off. Jeff King. McHattie. I think we'll leave McHattie on. What's the other change to make? Button. Oh, we can move Mullen back to right wing back. Is that the right call? No. And we'll leave Fraser Mullen there. I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick with that. Guiton go out on the left here. Gallagher whips it in, get a header on it. Semple heads it away. Get close to him. Do not let another uncontested cross come in. The keeper comes out, thankfully. That's one thing he's definitely added confidence to. When the keeper comes out to it, I'm not as panicky as I was with Gill. Adam is much better at actually laying claim to the ball in the air. He's popped that forward. Look, Mahadi. What a ball that is. He's missed it. Oh, he's missed it. A massive chance for us goes begging there. The goalie almost set that one up, popping it over the top for Luke. Come on, lads. We are in this game. And that is it. Huge chance right at the end. Now a draw normally wouldn't be so bad with top of the league, even when we're sitting third. But we should have won that. We were 2-0 up. It's not acceptable. Again, I think standards are starting to slip just a little bit. Edinburgh City drew at Alloa as well. That's the only reason we stay above them. Dunfermline beat Clyde, so they start to close the gap as well. If you have a look at the table right there, it's quite tight. It's quite tight. Can't wait till we play East Fife again, at least. Add to their misery, maybe. Now, we've got wages left in the budget. I just wonder if we need to go out and do some business in January. Now, some offers in right before the end, just after that game. Peterhead are in for Tommy Caffrey for 1k. And to be honest, unless I can potentially... I'd take 1k for him because he's not getting close to the first team right now. Jeff King injured 3 to 4 days. Disappointing again. So a loss in the cup puts us out, and then a draw to Airdrie. The plan will be we'll come back for Kelty Hearts in the Scottish Cup third round, and I think we'll maybe play Dunfermline again because they're catching up on us. So I'll be back in a few games and we'll take it from there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can catch me over on Twitch at Hunkleberry Finn, streaming Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. Sunday morning, 7 a.m, we do sound a little different. Do keep an eye out for the next video. I appreciate the comments and the likes and any feedback as well. And I'll see you next time as we go beyond Blue Brazil.